All right, so here we got Bitcoin on the 1 hour on Bybit. So looks like we're just pretty much chopping back and forth, contracting and diverging away to and from these moving averages. Um, Looks like we could be forming some sort of, well, no, that's too choppy for I'm not much of a pattern trader, so I'm not really gonna draw nothing on there. Just looks like we do have some sort of the same lows here, lower highs, still making lower highs, lower lows. A lot's gonna depend on which way we break, whether we break, well, we'll go over the bullish and bearish case. Well, your RSI on the 1 hour, trying to enter that bearish control zone right now. So we don't want to get deep into there. We did test that signal line and got rejected down. MACD below that zero line, below the signal line. We need to get back above 33.15 in order to get back above that signal line. Vols contracting. We're not really, I mean, we're just kind of chopping back and forth. Really not much volatility. BBWP's in the lower zone. So the bullish case would be that we break basically the 100. If we can break this 100 at 30, we'll call it even, I'd like to see 3,500 to be honest on a 1 hour closure. If not a 4 hour closure. 4 hour closure would be even better. I'd like to see us get above this signal line, get above the neutral median line. To cross up above that EMA, we need to get above 30,100. So little bit off, about $100. I'd like to see the MACD also get above that zero line and obviously above the signal line. Start printing some dark green bars on that histogram as your vol starts to expand. Bearish case is that we break these lows. Simple. 29,900. Break that on a 1 hour closure. I would expect us to work our way back down to this last low, probably this purple box, somewhere around 29,100 to 29K. So, I mean, the bearish case is pretty easy. You break these last wicks, which we might be doing right now, but we'll see. We do got some support right here. Right now, we did get rejected from the POC point of control on the VPVR. So, I mean, that's short update today. Bullish and bearish case is right there. Let's move on to Ethereum. Here on Ethereum, similar story, but I mean, you're basically just in a range right now from basically 1775 to 1830. I mean, we're basically just in a range. We're coming down to the bottom of it right now. Seems like you're riding this bearish control zone below that signal line right now. So, and your MACD is riding the zero line, basically contracting and diverging away from that. You are below that signal line. You are below that zero line right now. Vol's low. BBWP's riding in that lower zone. You are below that moving average. So we could just go sideways a little more and chop around. Right now, we are also being held down by the POC point of control on the VPVR. So whichever way these moving averages start to fan out, right now they are bearish. So if we break this last low, these moving averages start to fan out. Your RSI gets in the bearish control zone, and your MACD develops some strong downside curvature with some dark red bars. I would expect us to come all the way down to 1700. Bullish case is that we break this range high. I'd like to see us break this wick at 1830. I would expect us to come up to 1870. If we can break 1870, the next stop is 1900. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy right now. If you break these last lows, 1700. If you break this last high, most likely 1870. Let's move on to Solana. Now, Solana, on the other hand, is doing a little better. So I'm sure if we went on the 4 hour, yeah, so here on the 4 hour, we can still make a higher low. We have made a higher high. Your RSI is above the neutral, you're testing the neutral median line right now. You did get above it for a second. We are coming back down to retest the signal line. So if we can get back above that neutral median line, that's going to look pretty good. Your MACD on the 4-hour above that signal line, but it looks like you'll be coming back down for a retest. If we can get above that 0 line, start printing some dark green bars on that histogram, that's going to look pretty good as your vol expands. So I'd like to see that RSI break that last high at 57.06 level, and as your vol expands and your MACD line gets above that 0 line. On the 1-hour, zoom in a bit. So yeah, a lot of this is going to depend on which way we break. We don't want to make a lower low. Basically, the bearish case is that we break this POC point of control at $39. Yeah, $39. Then I would expect us to come back down to this purple region at 37.60. And also that would imply us entering the bearish control zone. We do have a fresh MACD cross to the downside, and we're printing dark red bars on the histogram. So, I mean, if we break the POC point of control, it's not going to look good. We can remain bullish. This could just be a corrective, just a correction, because your vol is contracting right now as your price action's going down. As you see, your BBWP even got below that moving average. So this could just be a corrective move. If we bounce off the POC point of control and start to head back up, that's going to look good. If we can break this last high at 41.30 region and get above that signal line on the RSI, that's going to be bullish. Also, that would imply that we cross back above that signal line on the MACD and start printing some dark green bars on that histogram as your vol expands. So, yeah, I mean, right now we're up 2.5%, and we'll find out. Solana looks better than Ethereum and Bitcoin right now, but we'll see. I'm pretty neutral as of now. Pretty neutral, and we will find out what happens next. Stay nimble. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.